All right, welcome back. Here's just a quick review for the Unit 6 test. We're just going to do 3 questions. These are the most commonly missed questions from our pretest. So first we're going to start with a ratio problem. Now remember with ratio problems, when it asks what is the ratio of whatever to whatever, whatever the first whatever is, that's going to be in the numerator. That's going to be the top part of the problem. Also, something that students have really struggled with this is in reducing. All right, so first we just want to take, if our total is 24 and we know 14, then we have to find the unknown quantity, which is 24 minus 14. That's going to tell us how many girls. So we're going to have 10 girls. Now, what's the ratio of girls? 10 to boys, 14. Our first answer is 10 to 14. Now that's not correct because it's not reduced. So we want to look for the greatest common factor, which in this case is just going to be 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And so the correct answer will be 5 to 7. You can also write it like this, 5 to 7, or 5 colon 7. But the best way to do it is write it as a fraction, okay? That's why we know you can reduce it, is because it's as a fraction. So that's the best way to do it. All right, problem number 2. What's the least common multiple? We've been focused on greatest common factors. This is not greatest common factor, so pay attention to the question. Multiple is the trigger. So the greatest common multiple of 6 and 8, we want to think, what are multiples of 6? Well, that's just 6 times any number. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 36, and then we could keep going. And then with 8, it's 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is 32, 8 times 5 is 40, and then again we could just keep going. So it says least common, so common are the numbers that are in both of these. So let's see, are there any numbers in both of them yet? So there's a 24, and that's it so far. So if we kept going, there'd be others. But right now the least common multiple is just going to be 24. I think that's right. Yeah, 24. So that's the answer here, is just 24. Least common multiple. Finally, this last question, this is going to show up for the rest of your life. So you need to understand this. Any number times its reciprocal equals 1. So any number times its reciprocal equals 1. Now a reciprocal, just to review, is simply a fraction turned upside down. So if we're asking 1 2/3, how do we turn that upside down? Well, you have to turn it into a mixed number first. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5/3. Then we could say the reciprocal of 5/3 is 3/5. And we know that's a reciprocal because the numerator times numerator is the same as the denominator times denominator, which reduces to 1. In this case, the reciprocal, we just flip it. So 5/7 becomes 7/5. And that's it. It's really easy, but a ton of people miss this on the pretest just because they forget what reciprocal is, okay? So it's just simply flipping the number so that it will cancel out, and then it'll just leave you x. That's it. All right, hopefully that helps. Bye.